And what are your three wildcard teams? Because remember, the playoff format still is in effect from last year.
So at the fifth seed, I think it's got to be the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, you got Russell Wilson. You can't forget about him. You got Pete Carroll calling the plays. Then you got, Jamal Adams. And look, he's in the backfield. All right. And then you got
Guys,
Bobby
extension.
Wagner. He got his bag. Shout out to him. He had to whine for it. He had to whine for it, but shout out to him. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I think that this Seattle team has to come in at 5, in my opinion. And then I got the Saints. All right. Like, you can't forget about the Saints. They got players all around the ball. Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas. I know he's coming back week 7. People are scared to pick him up in fantasy. But listen, I mean, I think that the teams that win are the teams that have the organization, that have the experience. And, Sean Payton, he's not going anywhere. He's like the NFC's Bill Belichick. All right.
Mm.
And
Who doesn't win?
I what's up?
He hasn't made a Super Bowl. I mean, it's
Sean
not entirely
Payton?
his fault. He won the one. I mean, in recent years, he hasn't made the Super Bowl. He's lost
He's
to the
never out of the
Rams.
playoffs.
I mean, he's never out of the playoffs. You're right. All right. All right. That's what you're right. We're talking about the playoffs.
So yeah, so him being in the 6th seed, we can't forget about the Saints, man. I mean, and also
Okay.
like, yeah, no, they got players all around the field. Demario Davis, they got corners, Marshawn
Mhm.
Lattimore. I
Okay.
mean, they're
Who's your
gonna lock
seven?
up, dude. 7's the Cardinals, and look, I just think that it's about time. Kyler Murray, D Hop, then they have J.J. Watt. It's about time. Cliff Kingsbury, the people in the desert, get ready. Everyone out in Arizona, get ready, because Kyler Murray, I'm a big fan of Kyler Murray. He's probably one of my favorite quarterbacks in this league. I mean, I have him in both of my fantasy leagues. So it's bias aside. This is Kyler Murray, ladies and gentlemen. And this Cardinals team, the 8 wins last year, they're definitely on the upside, trending upward. I mean, it would have helped to have Larry Fitz at the disposable, but he's retiring. So I like the Cardinals coming in. I think that they're going to make their comeback. I also do like the Bears. They're like my flex, but I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Okay. Let me rebuttal your Saints. I am very low in the Saints this year, and it's not no hard feelings. Saints. Shout out to all the people in New Orleans right now. But I saw reports that they're not even going to be playing in their home ballpark, their home stadium, for about a month because of this hurricane, and that would be unfortunate for them. And kind of the home field advantage will be gone for them in a way. So I think that's an element taken apart. Michael Thomas missing half the season about takes it apart. A new quarterback takes apart. So losing Drew Brees. So I could potentially see the Panthers even having a better season than them. Not saying the Panthers make the playoffs though. And this is who I think will be the remaining playoff spots for me. 6, we have the Cardinals. I'm very high on them as well. Their offense is crazy. They're getting these big name players. They're kind of like the Nets of the NFL. They're getting D Hop last year. They get JJ Watt. They just keep adding, veterans to their team surrounding this young quarterback. So Kyler Murray, shout out him. Small guy doing big things. Also, for my sixth, I'm sorry, so that was my fifth. So now my sixth seed is the 49ers. I feel like if Trey Lance comes in for week 4, that the 49ers will make the playoffs again. They're just a season removed from going to the Super Bowl. They still got their defense. No more Richard Sherman distractions, but they have their good defense still. Everyone was hurt last year. George Kittle is back for a full season. They have Brandon Ayuk, who's going to ball out. And Trey Lance, I feel like, is a difference maker for the 49ers. Think about what Kyle Shanahan could do with him. I feel like it's going to be an elite team once he comes and joins. And for last, I'm going to take the Bears. The Bears, and that's, another contingent if Justin Fields becomes QB1. I'm really high on these two quarterbacks, Fields and Trey Lance. So the Bears, they've been close in recent years. They've had Mitchell Trubisky, though, which has really hurt their shot. They have Khalil Mack on defense still. Don't forget. They have Montgomery, Tariq Cohen. They have Allen Robinson, who is a sleeper. And Chicago's a great place to play. The fans are excited for him. And I bet if Andy Dalton starts, he could win one of the 3 games he starts because he's a formidable quarterback. So I'm high on the Bears. The Seahawks is the cold take for me that are not making the playoffs. I feel like their time is dwindling there. They haven't really addressed the offensive line, even though Pete Carroll has been saying they wanted to go run heavy. I'm not that big believer in Chris Carson. I'm a big believer in Russell Wilson, but I could see a DK Metcalf setback. I could see Doug Baldwin, dropping, I mean, not dropping passes, but, he's not everyone's top 10 list of wide receivers. And Pete Carroll has been, on a decline for a little bit now coaching. So I know it's a bad bet going with the Seahawks because Russell Wilson's on their team. He could easily prove me wrong and have an MVP season, but it's hard to pick from the NFC West. I mean, arguably all four of the teams in that division could make the playoffs. Brennan, I know I said a lot. Thoughts.
No, all good. For those who know me, they know I'm not the biggest like Pete Carroll guy for this moment. I think that the Seattle Seahawks might have to say goodbye, and they might have to find someone new, someone that is more, just a new legacy. I mean, a lot of guys left. The Legion of Boone is gone now, so it's almost like, and you hear the rumors of Russell Wilson, him being disgruntled. You question about the head coach. So I personally can see where you're coming from with this Seahawks team, but I just disagree with that. I think that they will be in the playoffs. I mean, if you look at this NFC West team, all right, like they are the best division in football. So I see three teams making the playoffs from there, with the Rams, with the Cardinals, and with the Seahawks. I am high on Justin Fields. I really, really, really am. I mean, he's out there looking like Patrick Mahomes, throwing the ball like crazy off his back foot. His arm adjustments are ridiculous. You can tell that he sees the field well. He can run, dual threat. I like Justin Fields a lot. For the draft position that they got him, for the draft capital that they paid, oh my God, do I love Justin Fields. And Trey Lance too. But the thing about Trey Lance is,
I want to hear your thoughts on the 49ers.
I think it's a little too high. I don't think that they're going to win the division. I mean, especially
I didn't
with
say
the
division.
Rams.
I said they get.
Oh wait, you said my fault.
I
had
said
the Rams
they get
win. My fault.
Rams
They get the first
division.
wild card spot. They get fifth.
Cardinals
right?
get the first.
Sixth?
Wild
Oh,
card.
okay. So you got them in sixth.
Yeah.
Still
higher than what you said.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So I mean, I just don't think that they're going to make the playoffs this year because we have a lot of their staff is not here anymore. I mean, Mike LaFleur, Rob Saleh, that's going to be hard. That's going to be a big adjustment. We know that Kyle Shanahan is a good guru offensive mind, but how much is that going to count up for? I mean, you have playmakers like Nick Bosa, but I mean, you hear that Rob Saleh was that heartbeat, that guy that was driving everyone on the defense. So it's going to be a little bit different not having him there in the trenches, working out with those people. So I think that they are at a slight disadvantage that people aren't talking about. And I love Trey Lance. I think that he's fantastic. But the thing is the whole debate with Garoppolo, Lance, we don't know what's going to happen with that yet. That's TBD. That's a huge that's a huge leak that can sway their record. Incredible. Yeah. We don't know what Shanahan's division is. If he's going to pull a Bill Belichick and cut Cam Newton and like how he cut, like if he were to cut Jimmy Garoppolo, we don't know. We don't know what he wants. He may want to sit Lance, have him, be untouched and maybe like allow Garoppolo to just be like a Fitzpatrick, like 1 year lease. And then we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if he's going to come in because look, like
we don't know.
Right. I liked Lance in the postseason, but I don't think that he had a Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence performance. I don't think that he was up there because when you look
preseason
in his preseason, yeah. I think that it goes Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson 1A, 1B. You could whatever you want to say. I mean, 1A, 1B, like I said, probably Trevor Lawrence 1A, Zach Wilson 1B, and then Justin Fields is the third. And then I would put I would put Trey Lance and then Mac Jones. That's what I would do. So I'm more high on Justin Fields than I am with the Niners. And other than that, I mean, I agree with you with the Cardinals completely. I think you and I are both on the same page there. I remember earlier on, we both were talking about that. We liked Kyler Murray. We liked D-Hop, JJ going in there. I thought that was great that JJ was not ring chasing. I mean, he went to a team that just missed the playoffs. But they work hard and they love their coach and they're a fun team to watch. So I'm in agreement with you in that respect.